So I want to share with you one of my favourite quotes, which is, "To be loved but not known is comforting but superficial. To be known but not loved is our greatest fear. But to be fully known and truly loved, well, that's a lot like being loved by God. It is what we need more than anything. It liberates us from pretense, humbles us out of self-righteousness, and fortifies us for any difficulty life can throw at us." And that is a quote by Timothy Keller. So what I want to talk to you about today is friendships. For me, it's been a funny journey with my friendships since admitting I wanted a bit more help. I think so last year in February when I started not being very well, actually like physical health, having problems with my digestion. I lost a lot of energy, and anyway, I've still sort of had tests going on now, but I think it made me realise I needed to sort of say to some of my friends, oh, actually, I'm struggling too. And what was painful was I found that a lot of people I felt I'd been very supportive to, when I told them, were not able to do the same for me, and people I'd had crying in my garden quite frequently would not reply to my messages. And I think it was painful. It made me feel like those friendships were superficial, but I guess what I realised was they were just one-sided, and perhaps they either weren't people I'd been honest with before, or if they were struggling with themselves so much they didn't actually have anything to give. And so those friendships felt a lot like the ones where you're known but not loved. And in a way it's been really helpful because I don't have those friendships anymore. But I guess what I've had to learn is grace, that those people are in a situation where they can't offer that. Then there's a group of friends who haven't had depression, haven't struggled with anything like this, so they don't really understand it, but they are completely prepared to step in and help. Some of my best friends have been incredibly gracious with me and my husband, where I've been oversensitive, and they've just been totally accepting of that. And well, hopefully I think I'm usually quite willing to say, oh, I'm really sorry, I know this is a huge overreaction, but I feel really rejected or hurt or let down by that. And actually those friends have stepped in and been gracious and amazing and persevered with the relationship. And then I've had friends who've gone through similar things, and it is quite extraordinary having those friends, because actually what happens is we're able to be completely authentic and laugh with each other and cry and laugh and cry and laugh. And I think that's quite amazing, and actually probably what is the most fulfilling thing at the moment is having those really authentic conversations. And I think there's just real peace in authenticity and in knowing other people have gone through the same thing, even if it's a different thing, that they've been through their own struggle. And I guess it's made me see relationships a bit like ships, like we're all ships on a sea. And sometimes you swap cargo and it's useful, and sometimes you've got what the other one needs, and sometimes you don't. And probably at the beginning I felt quite hurt and angry towards some people who I felt I'd given to who didn't give back. And I guess now what I feel is grace. I think we're all doing life, and we're all going through different stuff. But getting the right people alongside you is so amazing. And that does just require the vulnerability, and I guess it is the thing that we might be known and not loved that creates that fear that might want us to stop being honest. But it's so worth it, because for every 5 people that say they're not interested in being your friend anymore, one person will say they want to be, and that one friendship will be way more valuable than all those 5 you lose. I hope that helps you understand a bit about me and yourself. Lots of love.